Hello everyone, Jamie Romine here. I hope you're all doing well. Tonight's title, What Do You Need? And this might be a little different than what you think, because most of the time when we think about what we need, the majority of the folks think that, well, I need more money, or I need more food, I need something like that, right? When this is a mindset thing, because what if you didn't need anything? Like, say, like everything's already there, and you have everything here already. It's the matter of moving forward with it. Stop procrastinating, right? So the information you need is already available, and what that means is, especially nowadays with the internet, there is so much stuff you could actually look up and realize there's the information. Um, so I want to say, like, I'm very privileged because I get a lot of the information from my upline Robert Hollis, which is where I got this training from. And him and his 36 years of experience. But a problem with a lot of the folks is they're looking for a handout. They think, like in marketing, that it should be handed to them, and the next day they should have money coming in. And it's not like that. It is no different than having to work for your money, right? So you put in a little work, learn the marketing, learn your products if you want to learn the products, learn the composition plan of the company, and it lets you know how things are moving forward for you and that company. And you can be completely honest with people when they ask you a question. Everybody's always looking for a hand to be given it to them, right? So one thing Robert shared in the training, and I really like this, is there's a phrase, and it says, if you're looking for a hand, look at the end of your arm. Get busy with what you know you should be doing. You don't ask for handouts. Now, at times we may need some help, and I get that, but if you're going for your dreams, then you don't need a handout from someone else, because their steps and their process could be a lot different than what it is that you need to make. Your steps may be different. Your processing may be different. Like, we all take in things differently. We all step differently. There's a reason why we're uniquely different, right? As far as procrastinating, excuse me. Do you use the excuse, let's say, of I don't have enough time? That is a common one. I said it for years. I don't have enough time to learn something new. What I did is I said, all right, it's time to learn something new. Let's do something different, something extra. And I was able to move my schedule around. And then as I've learned things throughout the personal development, I've changed my times. Like, I could get up at 4:15 right now every morning and get my stuff together and be out the door and still make it to work on time, right? But I get up at 3:45 because, one, I don't care to rush in the mornings. I like to have plenty of time. Most importantly is I'll get my stuff together, and then I will sit back down and I will do a 20-minute meditation. 20-something minutes. If you don't have any idea on something to possibly meditate to, hit me up. I'll see about copying the link I got that my upline gave me, but it's called 6-Phase Meditation. It's a good one. You really get to thinking about it. That's what I do in the mornings. In the evenings, I listen to the God Memorandum. We have a copy from a woman named one. I don't have my phone with me right here. Wanda Kay. She's a good friend of Robert's, and she videoed herself reading it. So it's very. She's got a great voice, and if you listen to it while you're reading a book, it's really, really awesome. And I do that in the evenings. So, as far as saying you don't have enough time, that's why I went. Sorry, I went into that little story there about my time, and because I get up 30 minutes extra, so I know I got time to do my meditating. You can always learn how to use your time to benefit your goals. I knew I needed to change my goals to be able to meditate, to be better for myself. That's a big thing about the God Memorandum. It helps teach you to trust in yourself and know that you are worthy. Well, let's see. Another excuse that we hear a lot is I'm not tech savvy. I said that one for a while too because, everything's either on the phone or on the laptop. And I would say I'm not tech savvy. What I realized, the thoughts that I had was, I said, Jamie, everything that you've ever learned to do, you didn't know how to do when you first started. So if you want to learn the tech savvy stuff, then start doing it. And I did. And I've learned more and more, and there's still plenty for me to learn. That's why I'm also still learning on the marketing side of it, because for a long time I was totally against marketing, and it's only because I had the wrong thoughts of what marketing was about. And it's because I've witnessed a lot of lying in marketing, especially in my local area. And then I got to meet some that do not lie about it. They're as honest as they know they're being. And what I mean by that is, if you're marketing something or you're selling something, and if you're telling the people the truth by all the information that you have, then you're doing honest by them. And if something goes wrong, you're going to be blamed, but it doesn't necessarily mean you were lying. You might have not known about this situation, especially if it was something that you were getting rid of that you had purchased from somewhere else, right? So I had a lot of bad experience with that, especially in my local area. So it was making me profile all marketing that way, and I was wrong for that. So getting into marketing helped me realize that there are good people out there still, which helped me become a better person in myself. As I said, we learn best as we do. So if you say you're not tech savvy, you're going to have to jump in. It's the same way with stocks. I was scared to death to even do any stocks. And I finally bought some, and then I started researching, started learning. I started doing what we normally would do, and whenever we start something new, we start learning more and more about it. And I got better at it. And as I said before also, not to mention, there's a lot of stuff you can find on YouTube, teach you how to do trainings and stuff like that. Another excuse we hear often is I don't have the money. And what's funny about that is you don't have to have money to get started with us. And there's not everything you gotta have money to start, especially to start learning. But what's even better is with us at My Daily Choice, there is a way that you can get paid without spending any money. It takes a little more work, but there is a way. And what I like to hear, what I like about all of those excuses, and when we hear them, we have an answer to say to it, right? And it's not like we're just trying to blow smoke up you. We have witnessed this. We've seen how it works in action, and we know that's just how it works, right? So the best part and what makes us, really grin and what we're really confident about at My Daily Choice is if you have no excuses. That's why, Josh and Jenna made it free, because people were always saying, I don't have the money to get started. And when the pandemic hit, there was a fee to start when I started. But even then, it was a measly $20. But now it's free. And now we have the referral program. So, stop procrastinating. Stop making excuses. If there's something you need to move forward with, let's do it. And if you're just looking to make a little bit of extra money, that can be done here as well. You can put more work into anything and make more, right? So that's how it works in My Daily Choice. If you put in a few hours here and there, possibly an hour a day, you can make it where it's extra money, enough to get by each month. You might just need a few $100s, right? But then you can put in a couple of hours a day and then make more if you want to. It's all about what you put into it. See. There's also people are always, or also not always, but people are also saying like negative things about themselves. And I'm bringing this up because Robert mentioned it in the training, but I was also in a conversation with my mother the other day, and it came up about if you constantly say something negative like that, you're going to attract more things that way. I've touched on this before in other trainings, and I will touch on it, I'm sure, a lot more. But I had a bad phrase that I would say that if I didn't have any bad luck, I didn't have any luck. And it's like bad things were always happening. And I realized, or I thought that maybe I need to quit saying that. And I thought that after I'd started doing my personal development training. And it was a big step for me. I stopped saying it. I started in my meditating, talking about, how grateful I am for the things I do have, how grateful I am for the things that happen to me as the lessons within them. And even if I don't get the lesson right then, I know I will get it sooner or later. And to me, that has helped me tremendously. Because I realized as long as I kept saying things like that, that's what I was. Those are what. Those were the things that would keep happening, and I wouldn't be able to grow anymore. I'd be stuck. So I stopped saying it. I started growing. Got better and better. As Robert likes to say, gooder and gooder. One thing that people mess up on also, excuse me, I need to get a drink. Sorry if that bothered you. It's hot tea. One thing that a lot of folks do mention, say that kind of holds them back is, I know, like the number one reason to keep moving up is with these excuses, right? So if you're making it all about you, you're holding yourself back. And here's why. You haven't figured it out that the way to be happy, or even financial free for that matter, is a service of helping others. And it makes you happy because you're able to help folks that need it, right? Or help the ones that needed the help. But it also makes you financially free or better financially because it's kind of like the universe will give back when you put things in. And it doesn't have to be, like money per se. I get hit on this a lot. I get a lot of flack. I get people say negative things to me if I don't let them borrow money. And that's okay. I don't know where they are. I don't know what their struggles are. And that's okay if they want to come at me that way. I wish them well. But here's the thing, Eric. Here's the thing. I don't have to give you money to be given to you. I give you these trainings for free. I can get you more training with Robert for free. And you can get started in this business for free. We have so much that we are giving. That is us giving, right? It's not that I have to give out money. It's not that I have to give you any object. We're sharing information and we're helping everyone that we can that is willing to let us. That is us putting that greatness out there and giving them the opportunity to do the same. It could be as simple as sharing my story, and someone may have heard my story, but then they hear it this time, right? And that is a life-changing thing for them. And then I've done my duty for this day. And I say it that way because I'll never stop doing, because I'm going to continue doing, because I don't want someone else to miss it. Because it might be the next time I tell it, or even 50 times later, that's when someone needed to hear it. So instead of letting the story, or letting your story hold you back, tell your story. There's things that in my story that, can be shameful. It's a hard lesson, but it's still yet a lesson learned. And I'm moving forward. 17 minutes. Wow. I'm always looking forward to your thoughts and your comments. Please always feel free to message me. Leave a comment here if you need be. And if you want, I'll message you back. But I want you to always remember, stay focused, stay positive, and never give up.